So you want to be the very best, like no one ever was. But where do you start? Well, you've come to the right place. Hello everyone, I'm GoodraFTW, and welcome to today's video where we're going to talk about how you can sign up for a Pokemon regional event. So before we get started, there's a few things that you're going to need in order to actually register for the event that you would like to go to. First thing you're gonna need is you're gonna need a Play Pokemon Trainer ID, so we'll go over how to get that and where to find that. Number two, you're going to need information. You're gonna wanna know when registration opens because these are very highly contested spots for a lot of these regional events depending on which age division you're in and what game you're wanting to go play at this event. And three, you're gonna need a way to pay. There's a registration fee. Might be a little pricey depending on what your budget is for any kind of event like this. Do keep in mind when you do register for an event, you usually get a promo card that's like regional stamped and like a reverse holo of a trainer, and then you also normally get a playmat. So some things that you can consider when going to register. But with that, let's go ahead and see how to get our Play Pokemon ID. Alright, so here we are, we're on the Pokemon main homepage. I think this is probably one of the better places to go to get your trainer ID. You can do this in person by talking to any of the league professors at any of your local leagues, but if you just want to do it online, you're more than capable of doing so. So the best place to go, it's not really great to like Google like trainer club or trainer ID or anything because like usually the first entry in the Google search is like a login page that's really only to like test something and it never works. So just go to pokemon.com, and if you go over here to the login window, you'll get a prompt to enter your Pokemon Trainer Club account. If you don't have one already, you can create one down below. So when you get to the login page for the first time and you're on your profile page, if you come over to the left panel here, you'll see Play Pokemon Settings. So you want to go in that, and then you can get your player ID right here. So over in Play Pokemon Settings, we can fill in our name and then select the please assign me a player ID number. If you did receive one at a Play Pokemon event, usually with your local league, you can click this bubble instead, but we're going to please assign me a new player ID number and submit. And there you go. We have a new player ID number that we can use for any official event, but you will need this in order to register for the regional event that you're going to. So next up, you're going to need information on when to register for the regional. Like I said before, they are highly contested spots. It's very tough to get into some of these depending on your age division. So one of the first places we can go to look actually is the event organizers website themselves. So for the 2024-2025 season, Pokemon is contracted with Gaming Gen in order to facilitate these events. They're the event organizers. We're gonna go hop over to their website and take a look over there. So here we are over on Gaming Gen's website. This is gaminggenerations.com. So there's not really information here specifically, but we need to know the name of the event organizer so that way we can actually find them on their social media. So we're going to go over here over to the Everything app. All right, so here we are. We're on Gaming Gen's Twitter page. This is at Gaming Gen. So as you can see here, they're followed by RK9 Labs, which is a very important resource that we're going to talk about in just a minute. So if we scroll down, we're going to make sure that they do, so they do have reminders about general, like event specific things. So here we go. We've got on January 8th, they posted, it's time to register for the Vancouver Pokemon Regional Championships. So if you were hoping to go to that, sorry. Gaming Gen is not really the one that I look to. So we're going to go scroll back up here. So I normally look to RK9. So RK9 is actually the website you will go to register with, but they do tend to post. I mean, you can see here on January 7th, the day before, they did give notification about 2 different regionals. And so this is because like Gaming Gen only does North American events, and there's a different TO for European events. So that would be why. If you're not so keen on Twitter, do not worry. RK9 does have a Blue Sky page, so you can look over here to get your notifications as well if you don't like Twitter. Another website we can use is PTCG Legends. So this is ptcglegends.com. If we go to upcoming events, it does have registration information for the particular ones that might be open or available. But we can let's click on this registration for this one. All right, so this will just take us to the RK9 Labs page, which is good because that was the next one I was going to talk about. You can just go to RK9 and it will show you the registration for any of the available events. If you have any other sources that maybe please share them in the comments below. We can pin them or like just upvote them into oblivion so other people can see them near the top. But these are just some of the more reliable sources that I can think of. But like I said, if you know anything else, let me know. All right, and then the last item that I said you're going to need a payment method, because what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and go through the steps for actually registering for the event. And in the past, how they've done it is you kind of just have to show up in line, and then once you get to your spot, as long as you get there in time, you pay immediately. And if you have your payment details already in on RK9, you can just go ahead and pay there. If I remember the last time I registered though, they kind of had like a digital queue, and so like you put your name in the hat, and then if you were selected, you would then get a link to check out separately. So just be aware that that's the two different ways that they have done it. They may do it different ways in the future, but be aware, go ahead and have your payment details in RK9. But let's go ahead and jump over there and we'll walk through kind of how to get to that end. All right, so here we are. This is rk9.gg. One way that I have been told by some local friends on how to remember this is it's just Arcanine, the dog, the fire dog from Generation 1. Look, they even have a dog in the K. Crazy, right? So anyways, RK9 is the website that you're going to go to do registration, and there's actually some other tools on RK9 that once you are registered that you will need to use as well. So now that we're logged in, what we're going to do is we're going to go to events and tournaments and upcoming tournaments. So this will show us all of the events that are upcoming and any of them that have registration open. So let's go to just one of these regionals. Keep in mind, even if there are no actual spots, they will say registration is open. So as you can see, these here, they're marked as incomplete on the side, but that's because they were 2 days ago as of recording. But this is not completed yet. So no matter what you're playing, if you're playing TCG, VGC, or Go, you are going to go through RK9, and no matter what age division. So you'll just pick whichever regional applies to you. So I would be playing in a TCG regional more than likely. So it tells you registration closes the 25th of January, which is the actual day of the event. Typically, usually a few hours before the event starts, just in case there's any last minute spots that open up. So here it'll show you pricing. So this is kind of what you can expect. Being a Masters player, I can attest that you get a playmat and usually a regional stamped promo card when you register and sign up at the event and like actually go to the event hall. So we'll go ahead and we'll go to registration. So here we have a little bit of a general information again, just kind of what they showed on the last screen. But if we scroll down, we're gonna have a little bit more info, and we have a few boxes to check. So we're gonna go ahead and do that real quick. So we're gonna acknowledge that we've read all of these. If you prefer to read all that, that is by all means your prerogative. So we're gonna submit our request. So unfortunately, at this point, my mic had decided it had had enough for the day. So basically what this screen was showing me was just that it had saved my place in line, and it was going to give me 15 minutes to complete checkout. So I just end up scrolling down to the bottom of this page, and it lets me put in card details, and all is well and good. So that's pretty much it. That's all the steps you really need to take in order to complete your registration for your regional championship. So hopefully I'll see you guys out there. If you have any questions or any info that you would like to pass on as well, go ahead and drop them down in the comments. While you're here, you might as well subscribe. We do this thing called Shiny Showdown on this channel with my good friend Lady Dunsparce. It's really cool, really fun VGC adjacent format that we do involving shiny Pokemon, so go give that a watch if you're interested. But other than that, I got nothing else for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video helps you, and like I said, I hope to see you at some future regional championships. But until then, stay winning, friends.